Hello, my name is Gaby Marielle Banjao, Creative Computing Year 1, and this is my assessment 2 on WebDev. Today I'm going to walk you through my planetarium website, Big Planetarium, and explain the key aspects behind it and how I built it with code. So starting off, we have the landing page or the home page. The background, as you can see, has stars blinking, which is a GIF image that I put in CSS and set it with a fixed background attachment, meaning it stays still when you scroll instead of moving with the page, as you can see here. Over here, we have the large heading that catches your attention, and it uses a custom font called Inlanders. I loaded it in using something called Font Face here in CSS, which lets you use fonts that aren't built into the browser by pointing it to a font file to your local folder, in your project folder. And the blue words in the heading are just a span tag with a different color applied to them. The 3D earth you see here next to the heading is made using a library called Model Viewer Google, and you can load it in with a script tag and then use it almost like a normal HTML element. I gave it the path to a 3D model file and added a auto rotate to make it spin by itself. So the start exploring button, when you hover over it, glows, and it has an on click that triggers a page transition before taking you to the planet page, but I will explain that shortly. So when you scroll down, you get to the About Us section, or you can go to the nav link up here. When you click About, it will smoothly go down to the About Us section. And I used a smooth scroll event here with the behavior smooth so that it smoothly goes down to that section. As you can see here, there's a background image of a planetarium, and on top of it, I placed a dark overlay, which makes the text much easier to read over the image, which is very important for accessibility. Going down, we have the planets preview. Here you'll see the row of all 8 planets. Each one has a circular image made with a border in CSS, and when you hover over a planet, it floats upward, which uses a simple transform translate Y on hover with a transition so that it moves smoothly instead of jumping around. Now, onwards to the planet page. This is a horizontal carousel showing all 8 planets with 3D models. The way it works is that the container div is set to scroll sideways using overflow X, which is set to auto in CSS, and I also added a scroll snap type, which is X mandatory, and this makes each planet snap cleanly into the center of the screen when you scroll. For example, as you can see, it snaps cleanly into the center of the screen. As you can see here, the arrows here, you can also press, and these are handled in JavaScript. Looking at our JavaScript code, when you click on the next arrow, it runs a container scroll by with a value of window inner width, which scrolls exactly one full screen to the right. The back arrow does the same thing, but in the opposite direction. And the behavior smooth part just makes it animate nicely. Like here. The planet models here also use model viewer with camera controls on, so you can actually grab and spin each planet for yourself. As you can see here, I can move the planet Mars, I can move Earth, and I can move Venus, and then it goes back to auto rotating on its own. Going back here, we have the learn more button to see more about this planet. By clicking it, it takes you to an individual planet page, and you get a bigger image and a bullet point list of facts about that planet and a back to planets button. You see that animation? That animation between pages is done with a set of white bars. This is a class for the transition. Going here, here in CSS, I wrote two keyframe animations. One where the bars slide out to the right, one where the bars slide in from the left, and one where they slide out to the right. Each bar has a slightly different animation delay so that they stagger one after another instead of all moving at once. If you check that out in JavaScript, the handle click function starts the animation when you click a link. It then waits for the last bar to finish before actually going to the new page, so the transition completes properly before anything changes. That's all for my website.